Hi, everyone. I hope you guys are doing well today. Thank you for joining us. We're going to be talking about map apps today, which is really helpful because if you want to get anywhere, you got to use a map. All right, so let's get started. First things first, we're going to go over an overview of today's presentation. So first things first, we're going to introduce you to the best mapping apps. Next, we're going to distinguish which maps are best for which situations. And third, we're going to go over some settings you should be aware of when using such apps. So there's various types of map apps. You may be familiar with some mapping apps like Google Maps, but there are a lot of other great mapping applications that you should be aware of. And the main difference between these is they have specific features that are catered towards different functions. So there are apps that help you navigate during times of heavy traffic. Some maps are better suited for urban use or rural use. Some maps are for walking and public transportation as opposed to driving, and some maps are for hiking and venturing off the beaten path. So the first one we'll go over is Apple Maps. It's the very general Maps app that is built into all Apple products. It's not available for download on other operating systems. It's a decently reliable map for navigating urban or suburban areas. Sometimes it might, I mean, I use it all the time, and sometimes it'll give me some wonky routes. But yeah, so it lacks data to be a reliable navigator in more rural areas, which is where you might struggle a little bit more. And if you are looking for a map that does more, consider some of the other maps we will review. First one is Waze. Waze is really good at giving you real time data. It analyzes data from you and other drivers to give you the most up to date information on traffic, accidents, and police sightings. So, the way this works is that people who are using Waze can create an incident report on the app and it'll post it immediately. And everybody who's using Waze at that time can see, they can get a notification and they can see, like, oh, there's a traffic collision. There's a collision on this freeway, so make sure to avoid that. Or there's a police sighting, so you guys should slow down because I know living in California, everybody's going super fast. All right. Waze allows you to map your route for a future time as well, and it allows you to see how long it should take based on traffic trends. So you can set the Waze app to say, oh, instead of leaving right now, I want to leave at like in like a few hours. So I want to see how long it's going to take me to get there at that time. Waze is known for giving you unusual routes that get you there faster. It won't give you the most straightforward route, but it will take you the way it thinks will avoid traffic best. And one thing to note here is that Waze is only for driving navigation, not for biking, walking, or public transportation. Another app is City Mapper. So it's navigation meant for travel by foot, bike, or public transit. It's built specifically for city use. City Mapper gives the most reliable and up to date information on public transportation. For example, it gives to the minute predictions for the next train or bus, which is really helpful if you're waiting for it. And it tells you helpful details like what end of the train to get on and what subway exit to leave from. All right, another app is Here We Go. This app is really cool. It allows you to download maps for online use, so that's kind of its main function. It gives you apps from over 200 countries, and it allows you to download an entire country's map onto your device. This is probably the best app for offline use. It even has multi-layer floor layouts for many airports and large shopping centers. And it is ideal for city use because it has great public transit navigation tools. All right, another one is All Trails. This is my favorite out of these apps because I love going outdoors. What All Trails is for, it's mostly like adventurous kind of stuff. It allows you to find maps for all sorts of hikes and walks. You can search by activity or views. You can even search for trails based on if they have a waterfall. So, Like, I'm not gonna hike like 10 miles if I'm not seeing something cool like a waterfall. So I'm gonna filter and make sure there's there's something at the end of that trail. You can get up-to-date trail conditions from other users. So kind of how on Waze it allows users to put in a report like, oh, there's a police there. Like other users can put in their input. It's not like oops, sorry. It's not in real time, but it does help having some feedback from other users. There are up-to-date trail closures, so you don't find out too late. Like you're not gonna if you're actually paying attention to what you're doing on the app, you're not gonna be in a situation where you drive 30 minutes to an hour out to the mountains and then the trail ends up being closed. You can search for hikes by their difficulty, so that's really helpful. And you can even record your hike so you know where you have gone. There's a statistics feature, kind of like how health apps um give you a report of how far you walked. You can record your hike. So let's say I did on the right side, let's see here, the Highlands Hilltopper app. I mean hike. It's 5.7 miles in length. If I record that I completed that trail, it'll add it to my statistics on the app for my profile, and you could kind of see your cumulative total of miles hiked. All right, Google Maps. Google Maps is really cool. It gives you a lot of different features, and it's very widely used. It connects with your Google account, so you can save favorite locations on here, so you can remember them and revisit them. Some examples of favorite locations would be your home, your work. For me, it's school, um, my climbing gym that I go to. Uh, it gives you reliable mapping service, and it's updated very frequently. We all know that Google has a car going around and creating Google Earth, so it's pretty reliable. It gives you the most up to date maps. It's also reliable for both urban and rural use. And you can map driving, walking, biking, and public transit routes or search for flights. So when you do put in, if you were to put in a location, you can see how long it would take to get there by car, how long it would take to get there by walking, biking, and public transit, and flying if it really is that far. And you can also download app maps for offline use for small regions. Going beyond basic mapping. So many of the apps we reviewed provide service beyond just basic navigation and mapping. For this example, we will use Google Maps and take you through all the many features it includes. The first feature is downloading maps for offline use, which we mentioned briefly. So let's say you were out in the forest or something, or just hiking in the mountains, and you didn't have any Wi Fi and you didn't have any service or data. It's really helpful to download these maps beforehand so you can easily access it on your phone without having to connect to any networks. The way it's done is, let's say, okay, well, Paris is a huge place. Let's say you look up Paris in Google Maps. You would pull up the the information as seen in the middle photo. Click on that download button with the down arrow and the next download button, and then it'll appear on your phone. You can see that it does kind of take up a lot of storage on your phone, but it's worth it so you don't get lost. Another feature of Google Maps is that you can save favorite locations. Let's say I really love going to the Museum for Naturkunde in Germany, which is the Natural History Museum. You can save that as a favorite location by pulling up again the location. Instead of clicking on the download button, there is a little save button on the bottom, and you can add it to your favorites list. So the next time you look up uh, just the location, it'll appear more easily. All right. You can also map multiple locations at once, which is really cool because it kind of gives you a an idea of where to go. Oh, stops. That's the main idea. So if you have a lot of places to go, like if you're running errands one day and you need to go to many places, if you add all these stops, it'll give you a good idea of where you should go first, and just it's a little more efficient and it saves you some time. So the way to do that is when you are first entering your location, there's a little icon with the three dots on the right side. You'll click on that, find the add stop button with the little plus sign, and then add a stop. All right. Using broad search terms. Okay, so this is very helpful. You don't need to know exactly where you want to go. So let's say I do this all the time. I'm out with my friends, and we'll do something. We'll go climbing or something, and then afterwards we're like, oh shoot, we're really hungry, but we're in some place that we've never been to before. So we'll just look up food, or in this place they search up cafe, and then it'll give you a bunch of food spots in the general area, and that includes their ratings, their hours, and whether they're open or not. Google Maps gives you a lot of information, and it's a super helpful tool. So you could see in the graphic on the right, they're still in, I believe, Germany. I don't know. And they looked up cafe, and it gives them a bunch of cafe and restaurant options within that general area. All right. You can also plan a route for later. The same way we talked about it on Waze, you can instead of like saying, "Oh, I want to leave now," you could leave. You could set it so that it's giving you the suggestions for a later time. And this is a great graphic because you can see they put in the the location they want to go to, and in that top picture, you can see those little icons. There's a car. It'll take an hour and 13 minutes to get there by car. A little longer by train, super long if you're walking, and also taxi, and it gives you biking as well. All right. You can also see traffic when you put in routes to go to on Google Maps, and they color code it. So you can see this picture right here. That red strip right by the river there, that means there's gridlock. It's moving super slow. Orange means it's moving a little slower than it should be, and blue or green means it's pretty much open and you can drive at whatever speed the speed limit is. All right. Oh, this is super helpful. So remembering where you park. So let's say you go out to a big, okay, well, not this is a specific one, but you go to a big concert and there's a huge parking lot and you got to walk super far to the stage, but it's a long night, it's super dark out, and you don't remember where you parked. So as soon as you park, you're going to open Google Maps. You're going to open the option that says set as parking location, and Google Maps will automatically save the location where you parked. So that way, when you come back after the concert, you're going to open Google Maps again, and it's going to guide you to where your car is. Super helpful. Right. Another one is sharing your location. So the way this works is Google Maps can um, keep track of your location if you allow it to, and when you're meeting up with a friend and they kind of like can't find you and you're like in the parking lot but you can't really describe it to them, you're going to open Google Maps, open the option that says location sharing, and share your real-time location, and it'll send your friend a ping with your exact location, guiding them to you. So I've used it a few times, and it's definitely a great tool to use when you can't find each other. All right, you can also change location sharing settings. So I know a lot of people are a little nervous about sharing the location with uh, sharing their location on a digital device. But these apps are great tools for navigation, but they can also eat up your data. So it's sometimes a good time to lessen the location uh, accessibility on your phone. So to ensure this is lessened, go to your settings and change the location sharing settings to while using the app only. On an iPhone or iPad, you would go to settings, then privacy, location services, and then select the app. And on an Android, go to app, then settings, location, and then select the app. So usually you'd have an option to the app will give you a message saying um like kind of like when can we use your location, and then it'll be like never, only while using the app or always. So in this case, when you switch it to while using the app only, it's not eating up your cellular data when you're not even using the app. All right, so now we're going to conduct a live demo. We went over a lot of apps here today, so we're going to only go over two that we feel are important. The first one is Waze. So Waze is it's an app that can be downloaded on the App Store for iPhones or the Google Play Store for Androids. But since I am on my laptop, my MacBook Air, we're just going to look up Waze on Google and it'll give us pretty much the same functions. So if you look up Waze on your phone, you can go to the Play Store and download it. But we're going to go to just the website, which gives us the same stuff. All right. So let's try routing a route. I'm at school a lot, so let's Los Angeles Mission College. All right, so that is our starting point and our destination, 6th Street Viaduct Bridge. We'll go there. The iconic bridge. Okay, so I typed in my two locations, my starting point and my destination. You can see that I'm starting way up here at my school, and it gives me this purple route to go through all the way through the belly of the beast in the traffic to downtown LA. So, some things to note here, there are little circles that appear throughout the map. Those are the incident reports. So, let's try clicking on one right here, this blue one. Oh, sorry, my computer's a little slow. There was a police spotted there, reported by two Wazers a few seconds ago. So, it's a very up to date app. The incident reports are color coded. So, there's always a lot of road construction going on. It's super annoying. For anybody who's heard that traffic in LA is bad, it's certainly true. You can see how much red there is in downtown LA over here. It's terrible, guys. All right, pink, road closed, so kind of like construction, same concept. So yeah, there are incident reports throughout the map, and they're kept up to date. We're gonna look on the left side. We'll go through the times first. So it gives you multiple paths to take. The recommended path to take will be bolded in purple or maybe blue, another color, but that's the quickest route. The other recommended options will be in a lighter shade of the color, as you can see on the map, and those take just a little bit longer. But then again, these can all change because uh Waze is Waze operates in real time. So let's say a crash happens right here all of a sudden, then Waze will tell you, okay, you should maybe go this way, a different way, because it's going to take forever going that way. We talked about being able to save routes for future times. So I don't need to go to the bridge yet. Let's say I want to go, you can even change the day. I want to go tomorrow at, let's go at 4:15. No, it's the worst time possible. So you can see on the right side right there, where with the red and orange lines, it actually gives you a visual graphic of how bad the traffic is throughout the day. So the longer lines mean that there's more traffic, and the shorter lines means that there's less traffic. So you can see rush hour is around 4:15, 5 o'clock. That area, it's super bad. So I don't know. Let's see. Let's see how long it would take. Yeah, 40 minutes. Not too bad. Not too bad. Let's see what else we can go through here. Waves gives you photos of your location, gives you reviews. All right. So logging in allows you, if you look at the top right, logging in allows you to actually put in those reports. Mm, right. So a lot of apps will give you like settings options. On the top left, there are the three horizontal bars. If you click on that, you can filter what it shows you. So you can turn off showing traffic jams. Let's try that right there. Boom. So now you can see that all those other colored lines on the map disappeared. I don't know why you would want to do that for yourself. Maybe you're just kind of sick of seeing all the colors going on. But yeah, you can see the map kind of cleared up. Showing reports, probably not the best idea to turn that off too. You can see that all the little incident reports were turned off. Don't know why you'd want to do that, but Waze gives you the option anyways, showing other Wazers, and you can also filter showing garbage trucks and snow piles. All right, Waze definitely offers a lot of features on your phone. If you go up to the top right and click on any of these buttons here, there's a lot to explore. And then if you do need help, you can always click on the three buttons right next to the login page, and you can go to their help center, or you can report an issue with the map. All right, so Waze is pretty self-explanatory. I think we went through a lot of what the app offers. The next app we're going to go over today is All Trails, which is the one I wanted to get to. So All Trails, as we mentioned earlier, is the app that allows you to find hiking trails, and it's for a lot of outdoor activities. Okay. Um, First things first, give you this big search bar. Let's say I'm gonna go to. Okay, I know where I'm gonna go this Saturday, so I'm gonna look up Texas Canyon. Right. So if I knew where I wanted to go and I wanted to find some more information about the place, I would just search it in the search bar just as I did, and a bunch of information will pop up. You can go through all these photos, tons of photos. This place is really cool looking. Never gone there before, but I'm planning to go this Saturday. You can see the reviews. It got 54 reviews, and it's pretty much right around 5 stars, about 4.5. All Trails does a good job of giving you difficulty ratings for the hikes. You can see that this is moderate. Of course, it gives you directions because how the heck are you going to get there? And the directions are linked to Google Maps, and it tells me where to go. Right. You can. So one thing about All Trails is that there is a pro version that you have to pay for. Everything else is free, but we can take a look at the pro options. So these are the features that come with buying pro. You can download maps to stay on track without service. So downloading maps for offline use, as we mentioned. You can turn on notifications, keep friends and family informed with Lifeline, which is probably just a notification service. You can see the air quality, pollen, and weather details on any map, which is very, very informative. And you can bring trails to life with 3D maps. So instead of a 2D version, it'll kind of make it a more detailed map. And the price for All Trails Pro is $250 a month, and it's billed annually at $30. And there is a week long trial, free trial. Okay, back to going. Okay, I want to just show some more of the information that they give for each place. So the trail is 1.7 miles long. It gives you some information about elevation and the type of route. So it's out and back, or it could be a loop. Gives you a description and some activities that you can do there. I'm going to be there for rock climbing, of course. It gives you the weather for the week for the next 5 days, UV index, and daylight. Very helpful app. It also gives reviews. So if we take a look at some of the reviews from other people, you can see. Let's read the first one. It's not easy. It's a long dirt trail in. So that's kind of where the moderate rating comes in. All right, now let's say we just wanted to find. We don't know where we're going, but we want to find a place. So this is a map of the San Fernando Valley in right outside of Los Angeles, which is where I live. You can see all these little green markers here. That's the recommended places to go, recommended trails. You can kind of just hover over each icon to see what's going on, see what they offer. Yeah, so if you know where you live, you can just kind of scroll around to find stuff. All right, and on the left side, It also offers just suggestions. So kind of like if you were to look at Yelp and it offers food, it's kind of the same way, but just for hiking trails and just outdoor activity spots. And again, it does give you the ratings, gives you how many people rated it, and some information like the length of the trail, and the estimated time that it will take to go on the trail. All right, we're gonna go over some of the filters on this app. So we can sort by most popular, newly added, or the closest to us. Again, we'd have to set our location though. Let's check out the most popular. Oh, yeah, didn't do much. We can also go through activities. So let's say we want to find a spot where we want to go driving. So once we put that, oh, there's not a lot of scenic driving over here. But yes, you can go through and find all these outdoor activities, rock climbing, and there's 8 places. And then it just isolates the places where you could rock climb. All right, we're gonna clear the results so it gives us a little more stuff. Oh, sorry guys. All right, we're gonna have to give it a second to load again. Apologies for that. All right. Okay, some more of the filters. So you can filter through how hard the trail is from easy, moderate, or hard. You can filter through the length. Say I don't want something super long, so I'm gonna go for something like 3 miles. I'm feeling like that's my max today. So we're just gonna go for a little 3 mile trail. And these are the options that will show up. Suitability. So hiking trails might have different rules. Like some might not allow dogs. Some might not be paved, which is, I mean, who expects a hiking trail to be paved anyways? So yeah, you can filter through these filters, and then it also gives you more filters. Oh, this is what we were talking about earlier. Um, it gives you an option to search for hiking trails with certain attractions, like a waterfall. So if I want to look for something with a waterfall, we can look for that. And there is one waterfall out here at the aqueduct, and we could just take a look at it. Yeah, it's in Silmar. Oh, it's real close to school. So yeah, um, again, if you do have any questions with this, there is a help feature. Sorry, where'd it go? Oh, I just had to give it a second to load here. All right, there's a help feature up in the top right corner. If you click on that, it will take you to a help center with frequently asked questions, just general information. Oh, one last thing with this app, we talked about the statistics. So if you do create a profile and you put in hikes that you completed, it will keep track of your of the miles that you went. So I just logged on to this today because I just found out about this, but it keeps track of your total distance that you've walked, elevation gain, calories burned, and the number of activities, kind of like a health app. So yeah, that's going to do it for our live demo, and we're going to wrap up our presentation for today. I hope you guys found it interesting or learned something a little bit. If you'd like to learn this lesson with the Cyber Seniors Mentor, please go to www.cyberseniors.org, or you can call the phone number 1-844-217-3057 to register for a one-on-one phone session. And just to mention, we also host weekly tech drop-in sessions from 2 to 3 p.m. on Thursdays. Thank you, everyone.